Hey guys, Tomboy61, and today we have a review of the Loyang, the second campaign Tier 7 destroyer of this season, and, well, it's a good thing they made the choice real easy, because, Loyang, I think the appeal was supposed to be the commander you get with it, but then they forgot to make the commander. We'll go into it anyways. This is the Loyang review. We're going to talk about the build, the loadout, the mods, what I recommend, and just a general overall review and a game in it. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. So first things first, let's go ahead and take a look at what should have been the selling point for this ship, and that's going to be the commander. When you get the ship, this ship is a Pan-Asian ship, the first Pan-Asian ship of the game. You're going to get Ding Rushang. His base trait is to reduce the reload time of your main battery, which sounds fantastic. You're like, oh yeah, I can get behind that kind of base trait because we all love a Durka Durka ship, and this allows you to go full Durka Durka. But little catch is he's going to be a general commander, and he doesn't have a full destroyer stats, and he's just a Dewey. So you have to run a destroyer with a Dewey at tier 7. And I know that doesn't sound fun. And let me tell you, it does severely hamper this ship. It's like running the Italian destroyers, the premium destroyers, without the proper commanders. It's doable. You can do it. Do you want to do it? No, you don't. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the build. Base trait, reduce the reload time of your main battery. Our inspirations are going to be Bay and Gleaves. We'll explain Gleaves during the rest of it. Then, as far as skills go, we're running Burn Down XXL, Look at Me Now, Back in Stock, Smoke on the Water, and Unstoppable. As far as mod slots go, well, we are running Aiming System Mod 1, Propulsion Mod, Concealment Mod, and Main Battery Mod. And then you do have a choice between two sets of torpedoes. I am running the Mark 31 torpedoes, so the shorter range of the torpedoes, which is why I'm running Gleaves, just get a little bit of extra range on those torps. As far as consumables go, well, while this is a Benson, it does have something that's a little bit more than just the Benson. Of course, we have the standard damage control party, 5-second reload time, 5-second duration, 40-second reload time. Smoke generator, it's going to last for 29.1 seconds. It's going to be out there for 129 seconds. It's going to reload in 240 seconds, and you're going to get 2 charges. And then you get a choice between sonar and engine boost. I honestly don't know why you would ever run engine boost. The sonar is what makes this ship unique. You should probably be running sonar, and that's what I am running. Detectability on torpedoes, 3.8 kilometers. Detectability of ships, 5.4 kilometers. Consumable duration is 90 seconds. Reload time is 180 seconds. You get 2 charges of it, and those are going to be the consumables. Let's go ahead and talk through the stats of the ship. So first things first, base HP, you're going to have 16,100 hit points with an armor thickness between 1 and 21 millimeters. We'll go ahead and toss up that armor up there. As you can see, majority of the hull is plated in 20 millimeter plate along with the turrets, and then that superstructure is nice and thin, and that has a mixture of like 13 millimeter armor, which not exactly the most, and well, I mean 20 millimeter, not exactly the thickest armor out there, but what else do you expect? It's well, it's a destroyer. We're not looking for huge armor stats here. As far as torpedo reduction, you're looking at 0%. Let's go on to the main batteries. 4 one-barreled 127 millimeter guns with a 10.8 kilometer range with a reload time of 2.9 seconds. That's giving you a shells per minute of 82, a 180 time on those guns of 6.1 seconds. HE damage 1900, giving you a DPM of 155,800. Just, half what Friesland is doing. Chance of fire on the ship, 7%. AP damage, 2,200 with 180,400 DPM. There are no secondaries. Loyang doesn't have any secondaries. Torpedoes. The current build, the super fast torpedoes, is two 5-barreled 533 millimeter torpedoes. Reload time on them 117 seconds, 16,633 damage, 1.4 kilometer detectability range on them, 68 knots, and they are going to go 7.1 kilometers. Alternatively, you can have long-range torps on there. That's going to reduce the reload time down to 104 seconds. Going to reduce the max damage down to 11,600. It's going to boost the range to 9.6 kilometers, but it is going to cut the speed to 55 knots. I've been running the shorter range torpedoes just because I find them to be just that little bit more effective because of the speed difference between them. The speed really does make the difference. AA range on the ship, 5 kilometer AA range, minimum damage of 43 and a maximum of 80. So overall, not too impressive in the AA department. Max speed of the vessel, 38 knots, with a turning radius of 570 meters, and a rudder shift time of 2.7 seconds. Finally, we're on to concealment, 5.5 kilometers by sea, 2.3 by air, and 2.6 while firing in smoke. And those are the stats. As far as the history of the vessel, well, it's a Benson-class destroyer. I know. You thought we couldn't need more American destroyers. Well, they've taken our Tier 6 destroyer and given us it as a Tier 7, but in with some new clothes. And basically, it's a Benson class that was gifted to the Chinese, and this is what the Loyang is. So with all that said, let's now go ahead and take a look at a game in. So here we are on the map, Greece, and there's going to be a little bit of time before we get into the action. I will be sailing towards A, just because it's 1v1 on the destroyer side, so I figure the easiest thing to do is play the flank and then work towards the inners, because cruisers can easily contest that B cap, and basically then you're kind of wasting my ability to cap if I go to B. So the plan, go to A, then to B, then to C, and we will see from there. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about Loyang and just what this ship is. It's an American destroyer. It plays and feels very much like a Benson because it is a Benson. The draw to this is supposed to be that you have that sonar, and that is somewhat a draw. I don't know why you needed to eliminate the ability to have the engine boost. We see other ships, literally the other campaign ship has both of them. I don't think it would be too powerful of a ship if it got both an engine boost and a smoke screen. The main draw, I think, for this ship was supposed to be the commander, right? That base trait is very appealing. So much so that I was very tempted at first, if Friesland was as good as it is, to maybe go Loyang if it could hold a candle to Friesland. But here's the thing. It can't. It doesn't. It's not. It's nothing compared to Friesland. Friesland will be the ship you see people use. I'm sure some people went and bought out the campaign and then bought this ship as well today. I don't know why they would do that, but if they chose to do it, they chose to do it. Loyang is one ship that I probably wouldn't be too concerned with. Now, could it be better if it had an actual destroyer commander? Maybe. Yeah. That is kind of the $1 million, why did you guys decide to do this? They did also make an announcement that Swirsky was going to become a general commander, but we didn't see his skills kind of flip around, which is kind of interesting. I'm wondering when they are going to flip his skills into becoming a general commander, because the way that Ding Rusheng is formatted right now, he's a Dewey of the East. I don't want to use him on a destroyer, but I am forced to, and that does severely hamper the results and the playstyle with this ship. I don't think it is a great kind of playstyle to have. Yes, there are a couple of traits that can work for you, but there isn't observant rage. There isn't perceptive. And with literally every other destroyer commander out there having the ability to have that that mod that allows you the radar acquisition, the where the nearest ship is. Literally every other destroyer can and usually is running that mod, right? That has definitely become the base standard. It's become what we see pretty much every other destroyer commander run because it's so powerful. And to run the Loyang is to kneecap yourself with that. Is it okay to run it? Yeah. It just feels like you are definitely kind of playing the game without all of the tools, and that just doesn't feel good. So to compensate for that, I am running Bay, and I'm running Gleaves currently on the ship. Gleaves is just to extend the range of the torpedoes. There's a couple of times where I was playing even with the short range torpedoes where enemies were just that little bit too far away for me to engage. Of course, that happens a lot with these kinds of destroyers where they're just at the edge, because a lot of battleship players, especially in Tier 7, know and understand where the engagements are, right? They understand if a cap is being capped, where that destroyer probably is, or they have a fairly good idea of what's going on a lot of the time, and will take evasive maneuvers when necessary. So just by that fact, it kind of eliminates the other set of torpedoes I can get, because those other torpedoes are so slow that they give just too much time for the enemy to react to the torps, and they'll generally dodge. Even these can sometimes you'll get easily dodged. Anyways, we're now finally getting into some action. Fletcher pops up, and we've gone and capped A and B. We pop our smoke, and this is exactly the kind of engagement Loyang likes, right? That Fletcher is well within our sonar. We pop our sonar. We have our smoke. I think we are within the smoke fire penalty of the Fletcher now, but we have done so much damage to him that we are going to be able to easily not finish him off, but we did a good chunk of damage to him, and now the only other destroyer on the enemy team is gone, and we have free reign over what is these battleships out here. We can see Scharnhorst starting to turn away. We'll fire one on the indicator, and then we'll fire one. We'll hold one, just see where he ends up going. But Loyang, it's not the it is not the ship I was hoping for it to be. It is unfortunate that Ding Rusheng is being tied to this ship, and who knows when we are going to get a Pan-Asian line, right? Because in order to get Ding, we are going to need to wait until a Pan-Asian line is introduced. My guess is we would get destroyers first, but we don't know that for sure. So we kind of have to hold our breaths and wait and see what exactly is going to go on. I do want to do a couple of builds with the base rate. Hopefully Wargaming lets me keep it. We do have these ships for rent for the week. So, there is a possibility that we just don't get to keep these ships, or we don't get to keep the commander. And in that case, it would be unfortunate, because I did have to rank him up to 11-1 in order just to make him baseline competitive with the rest of the things and to do a build. But, who knows? If I don't have it, that's unfortunate, but it would be nice to have Ding in the arsenal. If I wasn't a community contributor and I didn't have that ability, I don't know what I would be doing. I do think I would end up with Friesland just because it's such a fun ship to play, and I know I would never, ever take the Loyang out. But anyways, we went ahead, launched that first set of torpedoes. Bismarck had a fairly good idea of where it was, so I have a feeling he had his sonar on. We are just going to kind of wait and hold, and hopefully his sonar baits, it runs out, and by the time that happens, we're going to have these torpedoes ready to go. We can see he's kind of settled in to a straight line, so we'll go ahead, fire those torpedoes as soon as they're ready, and just wait for this shot to line up. Our team doing a pretty good job of controlling the caps. Of course, we're up by a significant margin right now, having the 2 cap advantage and the ship advantage. We've only managed to lose 1 ship in this whole engagement, and they are down 4 ships so far, and soon to be 5, because those torpedoes are looking mighty nice on that Bismarck. 1, 2, 3, Bismarck goes down. giving us, bringing us up to 40,000 in damage, exactly what we want to see. And now we're on to probably Nagato. Try to go ahead and torp him since he's the next closest ship. Of course, he is not in the capture circle, so we might as well go ahead and start capping that capture circle. Do what we can. But if I recall, yep, Nagato is about to go down. This is the rest of the match right here. Is us taking C and running home with it. Loyang, a destroyer that is serviceable, but with 4 guns compared to the Fletcher, with 1 less torpedo launcher. Yes, you have sonar, but does it make up for it? No, it really doesn't. I don't see the Loyang being an incredible destroyer anytime soon, and that's unfortunate. I think it could have been a decent ship. It just needs a commander. Now, are you willing to wait for that to happen? That's really up to you, especially if you do want what is the good thing now, which is Friesland. Are you willing to wait for Loyang to ripen and grow and become a better ship that you'll want it to be? Probably not. I know I'm not willing to, especially if waiting is going to cost me, what, it's going to be $60 to buy the ship with doubloons? No, thank you. Not interested. So yeah, guys, that's the Loyang. What do you guys think? I hope you realize I'm not too big of a fan of this ship, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya.